Hello and welcome to another episode of Stock Shots. Please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion based on some things I see, like support and resistance, supply and demand, and of course, some indicators that may be on the screen. So always do your own due diligence. Make sure you educate yourself and always look to the left because we're looking at things that have already happened. Think about what things may do in the future. So this is another episode of Stock Shots. Welcome.
All right, welcome back to another episode. Let's get started with the C Fund. As you know, I'm still looking for it to go down. We had a push to the upside today, or not today, but at the latter part of this week on Friday, we got a lot of buying pressure. So this week, I'm going to show you the daily and weekly for the C Fund. But I'm only expecting it to go up to this level here and then retrace down. And that's at the most. My target price really is down here at that 54.49 area. Now, what I will do is I will pull out my Fibonacci tool. Essentially, if it comes up to this area here around 58.26, I would look for it to continue to the downside. Now, the only thing I'm going to say here is this. It seems to be very convenient, I'm going to say, that when we get to certain levels, then there's a fundamental news event. I'm just going to put it that way. You get past the 200 day on some stocks, now you're at, oh, news comes out. Then you get to other stocks, and it's like, oh, this happens. So just be wary of when you get to certain levels, news may happen, and understand that when I'm still in the sell signal. When you get to these areas, keep your ears open. One thing you should realize is volume is king. When you're looking at these charts, look at your volume as well. We had a lot of selling volume, but our candle was only, mm, yeah. So I think we are going to get a push to the upside, like I said, around this area right here. And then we're probably going to get some more follow through to the downside. And I'm only saying that based on technical. Who knows what's going to happen with a tweet or email or something else. So let's go to the S fund. S fund is looking about the same. Now this one had a close outside of a inner trend line. So this is my inner trend line. It closed out of there last week. This is a follow through. Now if this does the same thing and pulls up a tad, just a little bit. If this pulls up a tad, I would expect it to around this area here, around that 2240. I would look for it to go there and retest. Or if it can't get that high, just retest this trend line right there. Now, I would say the trend line is going to be the first area. Second would be that area here at that 2240 area. And just once again, keep your ears open. I'm still in a sell zone. All right, and this is in the weekly. My apologies too on the SPX, or sorry, I say the C fund. I want to take you into the daily because it's important to understand the daily time frame as well. This was our Friday. It was a push to the upside, but if you notice, the buying pressure was not as strong as our last buying pressure, and it's not as strong as our previous sell candles. So this could mean we're basing out and we're starting to push to the upside. Try to follow the big money players and see if they're buying. So if you know how to track either the people in the Senate of Congress or Berkshire Hathaway or any of the big banks to see what they're buying and selling, this can give you confirmation on what you think. Personally, I think that we want to get a push to the upside and then a continuation down. So that's it for the C and the S fund. Let's go to the bond fund. So the bond fund is pushing to the upside, but look, it might be running out of steam. It created a new high here this week, and the week that just closed, it did not close as high as that, and it didn't push another high either. But we are still on this little support area here of $98 and change. Now, if we cannot hold this, it will come down if we can hold this. And I think it will, only because I'm going to look here. I had a lot of selling pressure at this area, but it could not break the previous week candle. It gave me a low, but it wasn't a new lower low, right? It was a higher low. So with this volume, I got a smaller candle. I got bigger volume. I got a close at the same area. So it's telling me it's not, even though they're trying to sell this candle or sell this wheat, they didn't have enough to sell it all the way down for the bond fund. So I'm looking forward to retest that $99 area. And then, last but not least, the international fund. So if you've been looking at this, the international fund has been the one that's been screaming. It's been, come and get this money. Okay. The international fund is still on an uptrend. I think it's going to continue on this uptrend. It had a rejection of the support here on this week. It looks like it's going to continue up at least to $85 and change. It's still in a buy zone. So out of the four funds, the international one looks like the best of the litter, the pick of the litter this week. Again, all right. The only issue is I see it did not close above last week's high. So just keep an eye on that. And the reason I say that is look at the volume. So our volume is telling us, even though I pushed up, no, I did a good thing this week. This volume is slightly higher than the week before's volume, but our candle is nowhere, it's only half the size. So this could be signaling a pause as well. So you may be going sideways for a little bit. We may get another push to the upside. But remember, fundamental news is going to be crucial to a lot of our following up or follow through on these funds for the next couple of weeks. So if you learned anything, give me a like. Remember, it's free analysis here, people. Give me a like for this. Then, if you want to learn more about this, or you want to learn about technical analysis, check out the website. We got information for you there. We got some free tools. So if you want to learn how to pick a good stock, we got a stock screener for you. If you want to learn how to make a good trade, we got something for you. And of course, we got the same videos. We got books. We got everything you need. Check us out. All right. Link is in the description below. And I'll see you next week. Thanks for stopping